Today's sport analysis is about Punjab Kings. They've had a change in nomenclature, title so to speak, moving from Kings 11 Punjab to Punjab Kings. The roles of far smoother from on the tongue is one of the explanations given, and obviously the owners and the players representing them will be hoping that it will also bring some change in luck, because since inception, this is one of those teams which has promised so much and delivered so little in terms of winning the title. It just sometimes boggles the mind, much like RCB. Why have they not been able to win? The title is something which baffles. Anyway, what are the strengths of this team? The top order really is very strong. So they've got KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal, who were fantastic last season, and then they've got David Malan, Chris Gayle. Lion in winter he may be, but he can still win matches. David Malan had a fantastic big bash, as we know, and then there's Nicholas Pooran backing them. And Nicholas Pooran looked last season, apart from KL Rahul, the most ebullient striker of the ball, and completely fearless and capable of winning matches of his own bat. So the top four will daunt any bowling attack. Just as a reminder, KL Rahul was the orange cap holder with 670 runs in 2020, while Mayank Agarwal averaged 55. So that's just shows you where the strength is. Now the weakness is the inexperience of the bowling attack. They have brought in, Punjab have brought in bought in the auction Jai Richardson and Riley Medlid for massive sums, but while they have been successful in the Big Bash and other tournaments that they played, they are untested in the IPL. Mohammad Shami is the only player who carries a lot of experience, but remember, Shami is coming on the back of a long layoff because of injury suffered in Australia. Chris Jordan, touted as one of the finest T20 bowlers, never had a great IPL ever since he's been playing. Then there's the Indian contingent. The bowling contingent is not bad. There's Bishnoi, who is very impressive, Arshdeep, Ishan Porel, but they are also in the inexperienced category. Starting again with opportunities. Well, talking of opportunities, here's a huge opportunity for Mayank Agarwal to find a place or regain a place in India's squad if he makes the most of his chances. In the T20 squad, he's had an interesting career trajectory, because when he came, it seemed like he was a slam bang batsman and suited for limited overs cricket, and then he started getting big scores in first class cricket. So he got typecast as a batsman suited more for the red ball format. And then again in last season, the IPL, he was at his slam bang best. So this is an opportunity for him. Also for Ravi Bishnoi, as a backup for Yuzvendra Chahal. There is Rahul Chahar from Mumbai Indians. So leg spinners are there, but he's not the only guy. And what Ravi Bishnoi has got obviously is the benefit of being coached by Anil Kumble, and there can be no better coach. Then there's also the opportunity for Mohammad Shami. It seems a little odd to say that that he needs an opportunity as a seasoned campaigner, but as I mentioned earlier, he's been long layoff, and to get back into the mix for the T20s is not a cakewalk for anybody. So Shami will want to do well and get his place back in the T20 India side. What are the threats? When you look at the composition of the team, lack of all-rounders, which could hurt them if they've dispensed with Glenn Maxwell, for instance. So the guys who can bat and bowl. But there's Moses Henriques, they've got him, so he's been very good. Nick also. But when you're choosing only 4 players for playing 11, sometimes some of these overseas players, quality overseas players, have to be kept aside if you want to kind of boost the batting, for instance. So lack of all-rounders could be an issue. Also, there's a lot of dependency on young spinners. So this could be a problem, especially now that in this edition of the IPL, there are no home matches. The Jambori moves, as we know, it's like a caravan moving around. So what you may have planned, or when the auction was also taking place, the plan was to get players for home pitches, may not necessarily hold true now. spinners in Indian conditions will matter a lot. Punjab have Ravi Bishnoi, Murugan Ashwin. They've let go of Mujibur Rahman. Mujibur has been taken by Sunrisers Hyderabad. So, but the issue is whether these bowlers can handle the pressure. Last year they worked in fits and starts, except Rahul and Agarwal, who were consistently making runs throughout. The rest of the team didn't show the consistency that is needed to take the campaign to the end, and that's going to be one of the issues for Punjab in this season.